Hello and good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Up the Reds with me, Andy Canby. So it's Sunday today. We play Everton tomorrow in the Merseyside derby at Anfield. Am I looking forward to it? I always look forward to a Merseyside derby, whether it's at across the park at Stanley Park, or if it's at Anfield. So let's get some Sunday news out of the way first. We've got the under 18s, under 21s, and the women's. They've all played this weekend. The under 18s they played Derby, drew 3-3 yesterday at Kirby. So 3-1 down at half time, and pegged it back to 3-3. So and the under 21s they played Man City today and got beat 3-1 at Man City. So not a good scoreline for the under 21s there. The women's team, they played Leicester at home at Tranmere, and they narrowly lost 1-0. It was 1-0 at half time, and full time results is exactly the same. So they're all the other teams at Liverpool who have played. So let's get on to our game tomorrow. Jurgen's press conference. Just giving an update on the injuries. Thiago's back. Virgil's back. Bobby's back. Whether any of them will be in the squad for tomorrow is your guess is as good as mine. Depends how well they did in training. I think if anybody's going to be in, the nearest one is probably going to be Jota. But from all accounts, he looked pretty sharp in training. But then again, everybody looks sharp in training. Is what you do on match day. So slowly but surely, injuries, players are coming back in. You know, we've got more options to choose from in the next week or two, which is good. If I was Jurgen Klopp, I'd be starting Virgil van Dijk, and Jota. Why not? Let's give him 60 minutes. It's going to be one hell of a battle tomorrow against Everton. They're going to throw everything at us. It's Sean Dyche, and if you saw him against Arsenal, they were going for everything for 90 odd minutes, as I've stated previously. So it'll be a dangerous counter-attacking team. They have got Calvert-Lewin out with a hamstring injury, but they'll be dangerous at set pieces, and we're shit at set pieces, both scoring and defending, if I'm honest. It's going to be a bruising counter. We have to compete from the first second to the last second in this game tomorrow. We cannot afford to lose against the Blue Noses at Anfield. Otherwise, they'll be having a bus parade Tuesday morning around the new stadium at the Docks. So I hope it's going to be a good performance. Jurgen got a bit touchy about the Hendo conversation that one journo advised that she said that he'd played 91 games. Is it a case of being tired, etc., mentally fatigue and everything? He said, not so sure why you're asking that question. We are trying to look after our players now better, but I think that was just Jurgen being polite and saying, yes, he's knackered and whatever, but there's nothing we can do about Hendo. When he's coming back ready and firing on all cylinders, I'm sure that'll be soon enough. Injury front, Luis Diaz is still a bit off. Thiago's got picked up a hip problem, so he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Make that 8 weeks, knowing our injuries, etc. He got a bit shirty about Hendo, but soon calmed it down and whatever. It was nothing really to say. I mean, Jurgen's been spouting the same thing on all the pre-match press conferences, you know, the intensity, the determination, the focus has been all there in the training this week. But it's like you said, the fans will be saying, yes, that's great, but can they do it on Monday? And I thought, which was a fair enough comment from him. The lads do need to do it on Monday. Just talking about Monday as well, it's going to be the Spine Cop have been distributing leaflets and getting the word out that they want to make it a flag day. Bring as many flags as you can, and let's get the atmosphere up for this game. I think that's a great shout from them. So it's been going on for about a couple of weeks now. So I'm just saying my 10 pence there. If you're going to the game tomorrow, you got a flag, take it with you. Let's make it a crescendo of noise for this game tomorrow. As I say, I do not want to lose against the Blue Noses this season. Obviously, we've drawn at their place. This is our chance to get 3 points on the table and start to get us heading the right direction. Okay. Any other news? Well, apparently. Ian Graham's successor has been found. This is the guy that does all the I don't know how to describe it, the analytical stuff on or whatever. So it's going to be Will Spearman. He's already working at Liverpool, so he's just been promoted. So he'll be doing Ian Graham's job. We've already got a doctor in place. He came in from the Dubai training session. After or in between the cup in the desert. So his name's Jonathan Power. I think he's come from the England setup. So 2 out of 3 places have been filled. Still need to get a replacement from Julian Ward when he's leaving at the end of the season, and some people are saying that he's off to Ajax. And he's going to take up a similar role up there, which just tells you things were probably not right at the club with him wanting to leave. So you can make what you want of that. We have been linked with somebody called Michael, somebody from Monaco. He's decided to come back to England. He's their sporting director, and they're doing all right in the French league at the moment. Are they first or second or behind PSG or something like that? But they seem to be doing all right. So I don't know too much about him. Then again, I didn't know too much about Michael Edwards. I didn't know too much about Julian Ward. I didn't know too much about Ian Graham. So and I don't know much about Will Spearman, but apparently he's our lead scientific analyst at the club. Don't ask me what that job is. If you want to have a look, Google it or something. I've no Scooby on what that job is for that. So just want to touch on another thing that has been trying to spout out. Journalists trying to find out why we've been so rubbish this season. I'm going to name one: Sky Sports. Now, Sky Sports is like Talk Sport, or as I call it, Talk Shite Radio, right? Sky Sports were looking for a story. So Melissa Reddy, their chief Sky Sports correspondent, had said that the issue with the players' injuries and work rate, they were being overworked, and it mainly fell down to Andreas Kornmeier. Now, he's the guy that looks like Jurgen with the glasses. He's the one that warms them up, does the warm downs, etc., puts them through the paces before they do the sessions. Now, some players were a bit uncomfortable at what they had been put through in the paces. Now, Melissa Reddy, whether she's a good journo or not, remember she used to do a lot about Liverpool. She was invited on to, she's based in Manchester, by the way. She was invited to the press box a few times, and other social media outlets have used her as well in the past to get a comment. So yeah, and she was also spouting that the reason Julian Ward and Ian Graham are leaving, that they felt less empowered because of they were told when players were found, when the reports had been in, that couldn't get those players. There's no money for those players. So obviously she's either making it up or she's got insider knowledge that's come out to see why the latter two are leaving. So yeah, it was when I saw it on the report, I just shrugged my shoulders. And it's pointless. You can say whatever you want about this season. We know this season is going to be a hard, long slog for us. We don't need journos telling us any stories like that. You know, we're not daft enough to fall into those traps. I bet you wouldn't have asked that question to Jurgen Klopp because in the press conference, because he'd have put her right down, and for that matter, any journalist, male or female, you know. So yeah, it was a bit stupid, but don't forget, she also mentioned Michael Edwards. That's one of the reasons he'd left. But Michael Edwards had been at Anfield for 10 years, so I don't know how that story could transpire about that. Anyway, so looking forward to the game tomorrow. I'm not going. I'm going to be watching it at home, and I'll be looking forward to it. So there's nothing much else I want to say. I'll speak to you guys after the game tomorrow. I'll put another one of these on here. If you like what I'm doing, smash us a like below, please. Okay, if you want to subscribe, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you can handle listening to my dulcet tones, that would be great. Interact with me, please, not just on my Twitter account. Send me comments below if you want me to speak about anything. I'm quite happy to do that with you guys. Okay, have a good rest of the Sunday. I'm off to have a pint of Guinness. Up the Reds.